The new Crystal Gems. The new Coke of the Crystal Gems. This was a wacky episode, you could say.
I'm kind of sad they didn't get their own version of the title sequence.
Well, they kind of did at one point.
They got a little reference to a bit of it, but...
Yeah.
The people of this world believe only in Lapis, Peridot, and Pumpkin, and Connie.
Yes. Connie is at Steven's house when everyone in the Ruby ship comes back to Earth. After Steven explains what his adventures were, Connie talks about what she did when they were gone. After hearing about what Steven said about protecting the place while they were gone, she went to Steven's house but heard some intruders. Luckily, it was only Peridot and Lapis in the bathroom. I'm not sure I want to comment on that. But anyway, after introducing herself to them and seeing the return of Pumpkin Dog,
yay!
They decide to become the new Crystal Gems while the old ones are away. They decide to act like them as well, with Connie as Steven, Lapis as Amethyst, Peridot as Garnet, and Pumpkin Dog as Pearl, which is the best casting of all. And trying to help the citizens of Beach City. Bug is at Greg's car wash trying to get the giant head on the mirror van cleaned from vandalism that he may or may not have been involved in. Peridot is able to lift up the van, and Lapis uses water to clean it, followed by a giant towel from Connie and Pumpkin Dog. So next day, there are even more people at the car wash, and the new Crystal Gems get too weirdly in character to actually help, and end up eventually arguing and damaging the place, and almost the people. This arguing continues back at Steven's house until eventually Connie gets too annoyed at them and tells them to act like adults, understanding how Steven must feel dealing with the gems all the time. But at the end, they work together to fix everything and replace the sign they broke at the car wash, followed by a victory pose.
Yay! And then it just kind of ends there.
Yeah, it literally just ends there. This episode was silly. That's the only way I could put it.
I mean, it was cute. I had fully expected them to actually have a monster to fight, but it is also kind of cute just to see these people like live in the shadow of the Crystal Gems, getting a day where they get to be those heroes, and getting a little bit too into it.
Yes.
Someone's got to introduce Peridot to LARPing. She's so into it.
Yeah. That's probably the big thing I got out of this, is that Peridot, especially Lapis, were both doing really good and yet really bad impressions.
Like, they nailed certain aspects and not others?
Yes. It's hard to tell how much of that is intentional or not.
I mean, it started off weird. Don't you knock? Weirdo. Say the space lesbians playing in the toilet.
Yes. What a weird... That's a weird way to meet someone.
I mean, I was happy to see Connie and her sword. I'm always happy to see Lapis. I was so happy to see Pumpkin Puppy.
Yes.
And yeah, it wasn't exactly meeting, so it's like, she knows Peridot, and then she's all like, hi, Lapis, and he's like, do I know you? You almost drowned me? I almost drowned a lot of people. But it sounds way more sinister than I'm sure Lapis meant it to sound.
Yes. I have a weird thing with this episode, because, I really enjoyed it a lot, but at the same time, I can't help but feel that Peridot and Lapis were just being assholes.
They were a lot of the time. Like, first they're assholes to the prospect of teaming up with Connie, which, just rude.
Yes.
And also, she's got a giant honking sword. Why wouldn't you want to team up with her?
Yeah.
And then when they do decide to team up, it's just so they can roleplay and put Connie in the Steven role. And Peridot is a fangirl yelling, I call Garnet!
I call Garnet.
And Lapis is just like, you are very bossy.
Yeah. There's just so many really good jokes and lines in this. Am I as aloof and distant as the Garnet? The Garnet.
The Garnet. I find that an interesting bit of language also. She keeps saying the Garnet.
Yeah.
Because it's also, there is, as far as Gem Kind is concerned, there's only one Garnet, because,
Yes.
Rubies and Sapphires, no, they don't fuse. So yeah, there is just the Garnet. There aren't Garnets, there is just the.
Yeah.
And I love how Peridot cracks out the shades.
Yep.
To be Garnet, whereas Lapis, redoes her hair.
Yeah.
And they give Pumpkin just a spiky nose.
That was the best one.
And Connie wearing Steven's shirt is kind of cute too.
Yes.
Just getting out is Jesus. And then when they hear screaming, they're so excited to get to go be heroes and go run towards the sound of the screaming and, What ails you, citizen of Beach City?
Yeah. There are just so many good lines in this. I love when Peridot's like, "Oh, you're Steven's third best friend."
After me and Lapis, and she's like, Peridot, no.
No.
Just no, Peridot, no.
Wow, Steven told me you retired to the country.
To live as simple farmers destroying America.
Yep. Like I could literally just go through every line. I just hope I don't let him down. You probably will.
Kind of was being an asshole.
Yes.
I have to say, I did quite like their power combo for the car wash, like Peridot doing her Magneto thing, and then Lapis getting in there with the water bending to clean a car is a pretty cool combination.
Yes.
But then they kind of are not particularly concerned with how squishy and fragile humans are when they really get into it.
Yeah.
And they start fighting over who gets to be the Garnet. Lapis does have a nice go at the accent, but yeah.
It just gets weird.
It really does. And meanwhile, Pumpkin is drinking soap.
Yes.
Because it's a dog that's a pumpkin, why the hell not?
And this Lapis was like, Amethyst, which one is she? I'm joking. She was so angry that she had to say that. God damn it.
Yeah, Lapis' sense of humor is a bit strange.
Yes, it is.
It's not exactly Amethyst's sense of humor.
No.
Oh, I have to say, I feel like they were vaguing a little bit about you when they were ragging on Connie's attempt at a Steven speech. Because, she tries to give a speech about love and Peridot's just like, she didn't even cry.
That was great. She didn't even cry.
Steven would have done a better speech about love.
Yes. I did love Connie failing to be Steven. That's great. Like, it's just this fake nonsense about love. It's hilarious.
We love each other, and you love me?
So, let's do this for love.
Oh, it was terrible, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And at one point, Peridot's like, I don't want to be Pearl. I'm nothing like Pearl. She's so sensitive and uptight. I'm leaving.
Yeah, that...
You're just like, oh, honey. Oh, honey.
Oh, that denial. You are like Pearl.
The denial is strong with this one.
Yes.
And then, when Connie finally breaks down, just, tears the shit out of him for being stupid. When she's like, oh, acting like giant children. We're all thousands of years older than you. Then act like it! It's great.
Yeah.
And then, I also like what's going like, role-playing your heroes is all good and well, but maybe you should just be heroes as you. Like, who you are.
Yeah.
Which, does also, it low-key has a message of, you're fine as you are, you don't have to imitate the crystal gems to have value. I don't think they were really heavy-handedly going for it, though. It was just, like...
Yeah.
These three being silly together, plus Pumpkin Puppy being adorable in all things.
Yes.
And then they do get in their own Crystal Temps poses at the end, which was cute.
Yeah.
I was hoping to see them fight a monster together, though.
Yeah, I will say, because of how Peridot and Lapis acted, it almost makes me think they should have done this episode sometime before Beta. Because in the episode, they're just chill. Like, it's just weird. It feels like, oh, now we're chill. Oh, now we're kind of assholes again. Okay.
Yeah, it's like they did swing fairly at random to being, like, very good buddies with each other to annoying the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens with roommates, but it was still a little weird. I'm also annoyed that we didn't get to see Connie fight anything with the sword.
No, it's sad.
I love Connie having her own sling for this giant-ass pink sword she's got. Got to draw it a few times but never use it.
Yeah. More Connie sword fighting is always a good thing.
Connie with swords 2K forever.
Like, along with Steven, I do wonder how long they're going to keep Connie so tiny.
I mean, at least Connie actually ages.
Yes. But even this episode, she seemed just very small. Like, even, I don't think most 12-year-olds would be this small compared to other things.
Yeah.
Though, to be fair, I guess every cartoon kind of does that.
I feel like her size does fluctuate a little between episodes, though. It seems to depend on who she's standing next to,
Yeah, but I expect that. I hope they just go absurd with it at some point. And it's just like Connie and Steven are just like super small and just like no one comments on it.
They go full on chibi.
Yes.
Which, Steven could do.
Yeah, so the main thing I didn't realize until afterwards. What about the rubies?
Oh yeah, they didn't bring the rubies back. I thought they were going to do that.
Yeah,
What about the rubies?
they're just gonna stay in space forever.
I guess. I mean, not like it's going to kill them, but here are the rubies.
They'll continue to not follow up on that. They brought up that they were going to follow up on it in order to not follow up on that.
Are they just going to bring them back in like 30 episodes time or something, and suddenly it's going to be really relevant that they've been out there the whole time?
I hope they just keep finding them in space and keep ignoring them. And then when like Yellow Diamond or someone comes up, like they get the space, like the ship like actually knocks them back to the Earth. Like, yes, finally, only to just get poofed immediately by the ship.
Like the ship just lands on top of them and poofs them immediately.
Yeah, poor rubies.
Oh, the tiny red butt monkeys of the show.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anything else we could possibly say about this one.
Not really, actually. I have a few pages of notes, but most of them are going, oh, that line was cute. I've kind of already been over all of those.
Yeah.
And it was a cute episode, it just didn't really go... maybe my standards are just way too high for Steven Universe at this point.
Kind of.
I expect every episode to do sweeping things, and then it doesn't.
No. Speaking of episodes not doing sweeping things, I looked up what one of the upcoming episodes is called.
Yeah?
It's called Rocknaldo.
Oh,
the
dear.
return of everyone's favorite character. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
He's right up there with Lars.
Yay, our favorites.
I mean, if there's anybody I could expect to make me turn around and actually start liking a character like Ronaldo, it's Steven Universe. But I still generally don't find him all that interesting.
You know, they've kind of had their chance with that. And I think it's been proven that I only enjoy watching Ronaldo when he's put into a miserable position.
Is he gonna get his girlfriend back?
I heard on the blog that they have for Ronaldo, like, that they actually did get back together.
Yeah, it was weird that the show made so little out of, like, Ronaldo's relationship ending over their, plot.
I don't get it.
No.
But, well, they're gonna give us another one. Oh boy.
Let's try again.
Again.
That's a good idea.